Hello and welcome back to Nick from Nova Adventures. I just want to give you a little bit of a shakedown of the kits we have just in the back portion of Nova. So there we have a window box, window cupboard. Dawn's my other half, by the way. She does come with me on trips. We got that from her cousin's wedding, and nice little touch. And made this window box myself. I know you can buy them. So in there I've got all my electrics, a beanie hat there, which is a great piece of kit. It's a beanie hat with an LED light on it. Absolutely brilliant. Dawn got me that for my Christmas and birthday, and I've used that on every trip I've been. So anyway, coming back to this, we've got a few tablets in there, sun cream of course. We'll just do that back up, and then in the lower portion we've got our sauces in there, cups, glass, salt, pepper, and just a bit of cutlery in there. So this was all homemade, never done anything like this before, so I'm a complete novice. And then if we look here, we've got our switching bank. We switch that on. We've got a voltmeter up there, tells us the health of the battery. We've got a double USB, not a fast charger on that one, and then we've got the 12 volt outlet. And then just around the side here we've got a couple of spot lamps. Carbon monoxide detector is on always. We've got another 12 volt outlet there that powers my compressor fridge. We've got the Dockio solar charge controller for the suitcase panel set that we've got, and we've also got a secondary battery health monitor which gives us percentage and voltage of the battery. So that's that bit. So all homemade. And then if I pan round then here, excuse the mess, we've got, bought that from B&M, and Dawn just painted it white and put some sort of sparkly bits on it. And then she's good at this sort of stuff as Dawn. You might meet her one day. She's made a couple of placemats or coasters, again with Nova Adventures on it. And then if we come to here, we've got the back part of the boot jump. There you go, a couple of stickers on it just to brighten up. And if you would like to like my videos and subscribe, that'd be a great help. So on the left hand side, a couple of suitcase catches here. We have pull out drawer. We've modified this about 3 or 4 times. We did have a center shelf coming along here, which we've cut out because I couldn't get access into it. And then this stores all our cooking stuff, our pots, pans, Ridge Monkey, little I use these for bins, very handy. Just do that, fill it full of rubbish, and then take it to the nearest bin. And then of course we've got our plates, we've got our fast boil there, we've got a little independent stove there, and then under here we've got all our gas canisters. So I just used a bit of rubber matting just to give it some protection from the heat. And then what we can do is we can lock this out down there, stops it going out too far, and then that is pretty secure. And then what I also did on the same side is I made this table. Now I do have a leg that keeps it straight, and then it goes from here down to the ground there, and it winds up and down so you can adjust the height of it. But whilst looking at that, I came up with this. It's a bit fiddly one-handed. no problem when you're doing it two-handed. And there we have it. So you've got all your stuff that's accessible under here, and then if you want to use this as a table like that, which I do quite often, and then on the opposite side to that we have a cupboard, and again that's got things like bags, wipes, footstep, toilet paper, washing up cloths and all that, cling film, radio, tarpaulin back there. That's also in the back over there is where our water canister sits, whether it's empty or full. Nice bit of space there, and again you can enter these spaces from down here and down there. And just clip that again. Suitcase latch stops it opening when you don't want it to. And the good thing, Welsh Dragon, got to have our Welsh Dragon here. And the good thing about this is this becomes our table as well as our bed base, and that space there is wide enough with a little bit of twisting for a single person just to sit in, admire the view, eat off the table without setting the whole cushions up. Okay, so I'll just put this back now and show you quickly the table. There we are, a couple of catches there, catch there. Okay, so the table is one of these. Now the problem is that it can be tight to get in and out of there when the table's up, as you'll see in a minute. So I think that I might do a little modification. I might move that over to this corner, leaving a bigger space through there to get to what would be the sofa side of things. So I've got a couple of straps with Velcro, 2 of them, cheap as chips on eBay. So we stick that in the base there. Now the only problem you've got to realise with these before I put it in is they are flanged on the bottom and the top. Okay, and they were, as they came, too high. So I think this was probably about 4 inches taller, which made the table excessively high. It was alright eating pasta, but not for general eating. So I'm just going to position the camera now. So that's it in its base, and then we've got a receiver there, and all we do then is we put that on there, give it a bang, and then we have our table. And of course what we do then is we get up here with the cushions on, and then we eat off there. And then also what we can do, if I can show you one-handed, there we are, we can turn the table like that, or you can turn it round the other way. They're not too sturdy, these. If I was to do it again, I'd probably look at buying something better. They're okay if you want them to stay in one position, but not if you want to keep moving them. So there, I say, it's pretty tight to get yourself in there. I'm not that big, but with the cushions back here, you do find it a bit tight. Also, what I forgot to mention, so I've added this onto the previous part that we've already done, is we couldn't get into this from above, only from underneath. So what I did then is I cut a rectangle out there, put a piano hinge back here, a little hole in there, and then all we do then, if we want to gain that from inside, take the cushion off, and then we've got access to everything in there. So here she is now, all ready to go home. As you can see, everything's packed away nice and neat. few stickers on, probably the wrong way round, and then we come around this side and down here. That's my Halford's 30-litre compressor fridge. So it's not a cool box, it's a compressor cool box, which means it acts like a normal household fridge. When it reaches temperature, the compressor doesn't run 24/7 like these cheaper cool boxes. It was quite expensive, 180 quid I think, just over a year ago, but well worth it. Doesn't drain the battery, uses very low power, and fits enough in for me for 3 days. And the other thing we mentioned earlier was the solar charge controller. So I'd just like to show you, this is the Dockio. They call it a suitcase solar panel, and it folds up. It's that thick and it weighs not a lot. I was going to go for the aluminium frame one, but weight was an issue. So this just goes on the front windscreen, on the side of Nova, a couple of bungee straps, or if I'm going somewhere and I don't want people to take it, because people are taking solar panels these days, I just put it in the front windscreen and it charges the leisure battery. So my leisure battery is 135 amp hour, quite a big battery, but this charges it okay, believe it or not. It's not brilliant, but it does the job. And so this opens up then. It's the 110 watt version. There we are, opens up all the way, and then of course folds back down to there and just lays flat in Nova. Just remember guys, that motto: if you leave a mess, you'll spoil it for the rest.